Howdy, I'm Grey Pilgrim. Well, I'm going to start this with a bit of a history lesson. Back at the turn of the 20th century, a company named Mauser was just getting off the ground. They'd come up with a great design for a rifle back around 1893. And it was a particular bolt-action rifle, and they sold a bunch of them to the Ottomans, to the Swedes, to several different countries. This is a Swedish 1893. It's in 6.5 Swede, and it is one of the most flat-shooting rifles you could ever get. It's a beautiful thing, and the action is superb. It's totally Mauser. Well, Mauser had these deals with these countries where they would create a rifle, sell it to them, sell a few tens of thousands or 100,000, but they'd also sell the tooling and the data package, and let that company set up or country set up their own armory somewhere to build their own rifles. That was something that most countries insisted on. So they built an armory in Ankara, Turkey. They built another one in Ovito, Spain. There's one in Argentina. Everybody had their own Mauser factory. Well, the one in Spain is the one that bothers me, and that's what this is really all about. The 1893 was 1892 then. Then the 1893, Italy was really into this and really liked it. And Mauser was working hard with them because they'd sold him, I think it was an 1889 Mauser and 1900 and 1890 and then the 92 and then the 93. The 93 was the last of that series. The other ones had quirks, had problems. Well, what's unique about this is that Mausers became ubiquitous all over the world. Well, the Spanish were using that rifle in the Spanish-American War against the Americans who were armed with the Craig Jorgensen. There's one above the door over there. Anyway, you get out of here. Okay. Anyway, the Americans looked at it and thought, hey, this is a pretty good rifle. Yeah, we beat them, but we just barely beat them, and we're going to change. We're going to really get rid of the Craig, and they developed the 1903 Springfield, which was a direct knockoff copy of the Mauser. Well, the Mauser company sued them, and it ended up that the Springfield Arsenal had to spend a little bit of money, some royalties to Mauser for every rifle they made. When World War I started, those royalties kind of sort of stopped. But anyway, point with the Spanish ones. Like I said, they were in 7x57 Spanish, which is the Mauser chambering. And the original carbine of the Spanish Mauser is like this. This is a Mauser carbine. Short, has a side-mounted sling for cavalry. It has a turn-down bolt, but other than that, it's a 7.57 Mauser. They made them as long rifles too, but that's the problem. Now, the problem came when my cousin came over with his rifle, and that's his. Oh, bother! That's his in front of me. Let me get this out of the way. You get up there and stay up there. Thank you. Okay, this. You'll notice that it's it's a Mauser. It's a Spanish Ovito Mauser. But let me point out a few things. Turn down bolt, right? Notice the nose cap. This is a carbine nose cap. Flat at the front, just perfect. It has this kind of sling on it, which should have like a saddle ring in here, but it doesn't. This thing is wrong. The reason it's wrong is that it should have an 18-inch barrel on it. And with that kind of nose cap, it should be 18 inches, but this one is about 20, well, let's say go to there. Let's say 25, yeah, it's 25 inches, which is a rifle length barrel. But it has a carbine nose cap. It's marked Ovito 1913, has the Spanish crest on it. It should be a carbine, but it's too long. And that's where I'd like some help. I have lots of Mauser books. I've tried online. I've tried forums. No one can help me out with this. I and my cousin are stumped. Why is a rifle-length Spanish Ovito Mauser made with a carbine-style nose cap? And, by the way, a typical rifle, not a hooded, but a rifle front sight. So this thing it's just perfect. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful... Well, one of the people he talked to said, well, it's probably just a Arsenal rework or somebody bubbaed it. I doubt they would bubba it like this. They would bubba it into a hunting rifle, because this thing, it's just wrong. So if anybody knows anything about a 1913 Spanish Ovito Mauser rifle that is using the carbine nose cap, and you know anything about why they made this, is this like an Arsenal experiment that just happened to slip through somehow? He bought this at a pawn shop, and he doesn't know anything about any kind of history on it or anything. It's a beautiful rifle. It looks great, but it just doesn't look right. And I would like to know what the heck it is. And I'd like to be able to help him out figuring this out. If you know anything about Spanish Mausers that I don't know, and I don't know that much, outside of, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 books on Mausers that I've got, and I looked it up in every one of them, no one has this particular configuration rifle. There's nothing online about it. All the ones I've seen online usually say they're a 7.62 by 51, usually 18-inch barrel, and like I said, usually chambered in NATO, not chambered in 7x57, and this isn't 7x57. I'm at a loss. If you can help me out, please leave a comment down below and let me know what the heck I found here and what it is, and it'll make both of us happy to know more about this if you know. So I'm casting a net out to the internets and saying, help me out if you can. That's about all I got to talk about. Happy trails.